It has been a very eventful 24 hours or so to be a fan of Call of Duty Zombies, as supposed Black Ops 6 Zombies marketing started cropping up. I posted a video yesterday regarding the fact that a user on Reddit posted a video in which they claimed the Black Ops Cold War terminal in the safe house had been updated. In it, it showed an entirely new screen with a new logo. Now, when it was posted on Reddit, not many people actually saw it, and I believe the moderators quickly deleted it too, so it didn't seem to gain much traction until some people over on Twitter, such as Call of Duty Lawfax, picked up on it and started posting about it, to which people then discovered an email that was supposedly on this screen. From there, people started emailing it, but they were getting no responses within the first 12 hours or so, and that's when I posted a video on it. I made a video saying we don't really know where this is heading currently, but it seems like marketing is starting for Black Ops Cold War, because there was actually a patch when the initial Black Ops 6 marketing was beginning for the game. It was just a small little systems update. I don't think it actually added anything to the game, but we thought that maybe something was added into the back end that has only just been activated now. Nevertheless, it seems like I and everyone else covering it jumped the gun because none of us actually went to check the safe house itself. We were just basing it on this video, and this is probably why this sparked so much discussion so quickly. And this is a good lesson to how misinformation spreads so fast, which is ironic considering the truth lies marketing for Black Ops 6, and we've seen an example of it being executed plain and simple. And I think this is a lesson for all of us. Of course, this is just a video game, so it doesn't really matter, but when we look at larger than life things, bigger things in the real world, this exact same thing happens with real opinions, with politics. Incorrect stuff gets spread so quickly and so vast, and none of us do our due diligence to verify whether it is legitimate and cross-reference and source. And that's because it takes a lot of time and effort to do that. And honestly, I don't really mind this for Call of Duty. Like I said, it is just fun, and I think that this event has been extremely fun, which we'll come on to in a second. But I do think this is a lesson to be learned, not just for Call of Duty, but like I said, bigger things that are actually important in the world. We really need to be doing our due diligence, because clearly we are not. I'm still keeping my video up the other day about this, by the way, because I think that this is just fun, and it's a fun thing to explore nevertheless. But let's get into where we went then after the email. So after I posted my video, people started gaining more traction with this and started getting more into this supposed Easter egg hunt. And finally, the email started replying to people, and there was a bit of an Easter egg hunt that ensued. And people managed to discover loads of different supposed teaser images for Black Ops 6. One, for example, pointed to the location of Terminus Island in the Pacific Ocean, where Peck pointed at the ending of Black Ops Cold War. There were images of Harper's Ferry, which is apparently the real-life town in West Virginia that Liberty Falls, the other Zombies map, is based on, and there was loads of other images as well posted. So these looked extremely legitimate. They seemed exactly like what all of the prior teasers and marketing campaigns have been like for Call of Duty, and seems completely in line with what Treyarch usually do for these marketing campaigns. So yeah, this was gaining a lot of traction, but then suddenly Charlie Intel came out and said that they heard from their sources at Activision that this was a bogus ARG. This wasn't legitimate and was not something done by them, and they urged people to not email this in case the email of course sends viruses or something like that. And I'll come onto this topic in a second, because that's not something I think we need to worry about. Now, Charlie Intel was not the only person to hear this. Basically, all of the big influential people in the Call of Duty scene that usually get invited to Call of Duty events heard exactly the same. So people were confused. We were like, so is this legit? Is it not legit? Because the whole marketing and build up to it just seems so legitimate. Now, at some point as well, the Reddit post got restored and it was up for a little while, but then the user who actually posted it deleted their account soon after Charlie Intel and all of these people were saying that it was fake. So yeah, at that point we didn't really know what to believe. It seemed awfully suspicious, but we were thinking, you know what, maybe this is an Activision employee or a Treyarch employee or someone like that who created the Reddit post to spread it to the wider community, because for all we know it could have been active for days and no one in the community found it, and maybe this was just a way to try and get people to pick up on it. And the other big thing is that, like I said before, the whole marketing for Black Ops 6 has been about the truth lies. A lot of the initial marketing was about false information and how the government manipulate us and stuff like that, so them putting out a supposed false teaser campaign would be completely in line with that marketing, and maybe Activision reached out to Charlie Intel and all of these other people to say it's false as just part of that marketing themselves. Maybe Charlie Intel, etc., these other people didn't know that they were being misled, but maybe Activision were doing this. That's what we were thinking at the time, because if we actually look to the very last Black Ops 6 blog post, which was about the beta, Twitter, at the very bottom it actually said, beware of misinformation, there's lots floating around, and to just stay tuned to the official Call of Duty channels and social media pages for updates in the coming days and weeks. And this was posted, what, like 5 days or so ago? So it has literally been days since then. So they said that upcoming information for Black Ops 6 is coming in the coming days and weeks for the multiplayer, campaign, and round-based zombies. So all modes. So this marketing campaign would be completely in line with this statement, because it seemed like they were preemptively expecting there to be misinformation floating around, because literally just a few days after this, suddenly this marketing campaign cropped up. So I realized this and posted about it on Twitter, and at that point we didn't really know what to believe. Like I said, it seemed completely in line with this statement and this marketing phrase. Now, of course, we're still waiting for Call of Duty Next on August 28th, which is where we're going to get live gameplay of both multiplayer and zombies. But we are, of course, expecting a marketing campaign for both zombies and maybe multiplayer as well, building up to that. So maybe we thought it's begun very early. So there will be a marketing campaign before the actual Call of Duty Next event in the coming, like they said, days and weeks. Now, I don't think we're going to see anything this week, to be honest, but maybe next week after Season 5 drops is when stuff might start happening for Black Ops 6 again, or the following week. So be on the lookout for that. I'll be covering everything on the channel. But yeah, like I said, this seemed completely in line with this marketing statement, and also Reality discovered that the email address, the IP location of where it was based, was apparently actually based exactly where all of their prior addresses have been based, or at least their website or something like that, for Porn Takes Porn and the other different marketing campaigns, which just seems so coincidental. And then from this point, Kevin Drew actually just returned to Twitter literally the day before this marketing campaign began, which I'm so happy about. I actually made a video last week where I talked about how Kevin Drew left Twitter a while ago. Obviously, it's just getting more and more toxic on there, and it's not good for everyone's mental health. No wonder he left, but he returned quote-unquote against his best judgment, so we thought maybe he's returned just in time for this marketing campaign to ensue. But yeah, I'm glad he is actually back now, so he can be responding with the community, and I just hope that he doesn't get swarmed by the Twitter cesspool like all of us are. It's a very unhealthy addiction, but nevertheless, Mr. Waffles then tweeted to Kevin Drew being like, what is going on here? Can you give any clarity? To which he responded saying, how do you know I'm even the real Kevin Drew? And then Mr. Waffles took this as an indication that this is a real marketing campaign and Kevin Drew's playing into this whole false marketing thing angle. And he responded, no, I'm just joking. Don't get me in trouble with Activision. So it seems to confirm that yes, this is indeed some sort of fan creation. From this point, other people like Mr. Dalit JD have been posting consistently saying that they've double, triple, quadruple checked with Activision. This is definitely not part of any marketing. So yeah, it doesn't seem like this is a part of marketing after all, but this has been a very, very awesome experience for the community to be involved in. Even though it wasn't done by Treyarch or Activision themselves, a very thorough fan has done this, because they have literally done it in the exact location apparently where the other Activision marketing campaigns have been. I don't know if that was just by pure coincidence that he happens to be located there too. It's just so crazy. And like I said, we never double checked if the Black Ops Cold War terminal had been updated. We just took this video as fact. And by the way, I just want to say the video he created looks extremely, extremely legitimate. I can't seem to find any criticisms with it. Clearly he's done this in some sort of effects editing software, and he's clearly very talented. And also all of the different so-called Black Ops 6 Zombies teaser images look very legitimate. There's no way to tell whether this was an actual thing by Activision or not. Now, we also do know that apparently the email address was manually responding to people. It was not something done automatically, which led people to think maybe this is part of the reason why it might not be legitimate, but apparently some of the prior marketing campaigns have actually been this. So I think basically a fan of Black Ops 6, a fan of Call of Duty, in their free time probably did this as a social experiment. I would assume that most likely whoever did this is someone either in game development or wants to go into game development. Maybe they're in university or they've just finished university, and this might have just been practice for their video editing software techniques, maybe their marketing techniques, their image editing techniques, their viral marketing campaign techniques. Maybe this has all been a social experiment so they can get adjusted to then do something in the real world with this, because I really think that Activision or whoever should track down and find this person and hire them, because clearly they're very good at their job. I even wonder if maybe someone specifically who already works on Call of Duty and Activision just did this in their free time. This was not an approved thing. They just did it for fun. Maybe that's not the case, but that's just one idea I have. I don't think that is the case though. I think, like I said, I think it's just a very talented fan who did this as practice, as a social experiment. Maybe they did it for fun to see how easily false information spreads online. Now, Mr. Waffles then went and pursued the Easter egg hunt because there was a code or something to discover. He managed to complete it, and it gave a very ominous message, and everything was very cool regarding that. I'm not going to break down everything regarding the Easter egg. You can check out his full live stream, which I'll leave linked in the description if you want to watch it. But yeah, I think this was a very fun experience for the community to be enthralled in, and eventually Mr. Waffles ended his stream in a very ominous way with weird background noises, and then he disappeared and the lights turned off and the stream ended. But I guess he probably just did this for fun, playing into the whole fake leak type thing, but he is completely okay. And yeah, that pretty much ends it. So it seems like these images aren't real, but they might as well be, because they look so legitimate, and the clues they give, I guess, are in line with the clues we would expect for this game anyways. I mean, all they are doing is pointing at Terminus Island and the Liberty Falls location, so the teasers are basically factual in terms of an in-game context. And I also want to sedate for those people who were worrying, saying don't be emailing this address, and Activision was saying don't be emailing this address. I understand why they were doing that, because of course there is a chance they might send something that could be a virus or something like that, and I understand why Activision were doing it, because they don't want to be legally responsible if this person is just trying to hack people. But like I said, it doesn't seem like that at all. It seems like they were just doing this for fun in a harmless way. This has been completely harmless. It's not spread any false information, because like I said, all of the teasers themselves have all been real. Even though they were fan-made, they're all still real in terms of the context of the game. There's nothing that contradicts anything that's in Black Ops 6. And yeah, Mr. Waffles has completed the Easter egg, and he has managed to do anything, and it's all been completely safe. There was no viruses. It was just a fun experiment that this person has done. So a huge props to them. If you happen to be watching this video, you did a very good job, and like I said, I hope that either you already have a career in this industry or you get one in the future, because you're clearly very talented at what you do. So that's all I wanted to say in this video. Like I said, there will probably be official Black Ops 6 marketing very, very soon for zombies, so I'll be covering that when and how it does release. Now the thing is, I just wonder if whatever marketing they have planned, what if it's worse than this marketing and Treyarch are like, oh boy, we've been topped by a fan. That would be kind of funny if that is actually the case, but hopefully they have a marketing campaign as strong as this, if not stronger. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not here for latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.